Jim Bridgen coming to us from our friends at iProspect. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you. I started buying clicks on GoTo.com as a client back in the mid-90s after I built my first website. And I joined a business called GoTo in 2000 and launched GoTo into Europe. Spent 4 years with GoTo, Overture, then Yahoo, and then I set up a search business, grew that, sold it, started another one, grew that and sold it, and I'm now working for Aegis for iProspect in London. And of course iProspect are a leading search engine advertising business, spending about $2 billion a year for many of the largest and best companies in the world, and there's quite a few of our clients in the room tonight. So thank you for your attention. So I'm going to be talking about the UK, not necessarily just about the future of search, but the future of search in the UK. It's what I'm best equipped to talk about. So I think I'll just give you quick facts and figures and whistle stop through the UK. It's a very small country geographically, and it's got 64 million people crammed onto it. But it's a very mature digital marketplace. There's a lot of tablets, a lot of smartphones, broadband's fast, everybody's on the internet and has been encouraged to get on the internet, both by the government and by Google. Because Google have got a very strong market presence in the UK, even stronger than in the US. They've got a 90% monopoly on the search market in the UK. In Europe, in most countries, Google are about 100%. They've got a complete monopoly in Europe. And the search market in Europe in the UK is a very big search market. It's about 15% of the size of the US. We spend about $8 billion on online advertising and about $5 billion on search. And most of that search budget is bought by agencies, which again is a bit different to the US. It's a very heavy, mature market, lots of competition, higher CPCs for clients, and the highest revenue per search for the search engines. So that's about the UK. So I am a veteran, I am a Brit, and I'll talk you through three trends that we see from the UK. I'm talking through about growth, about how clients and agencies are targeting specific consumers on search engines. It's probably our hottest topic right now. And of course, it's already been covered a lot, so we're quite light on it. We talk about the three-device world and the challenges that brings. So this is the UK, this is London. It is growing fast, fast, fast. We're out of recession. And the search engine industry is growing fast. I've said it already, we spent $8 billion a year, £5.5 billion on search. I've been in the industry since it started. It's astonishing. I saw that stat that Jim Yu showed earlier about the number of SEO professionals in the UK. I was astonished by that. It's growing quickly. And digital is the biggest channel in the UK now. It's overtaken television. And it's probably going to keep accelerating away from television in the next few years, is my bold prediction. It's the biggest single medium. It's 31% of total investment in the UK is on digital advertising. That's a huge percentage. And search, as it has been for the last few years, is at 58% of total digital investment is on the paid search space. This doesn't include SEO figures. This is just pure paid search advertising. That 58% has been stuck at 58% for the last few years, and it doesn't seem to be moving northwards, as has the other percentages. But search advertising is growing and growing and growing, and it isn't going to stop anytime soon. Why is that growth, and what's the implications? Well, I suppose, I think we're all working in the search industry in here. We all know, and this is a plug for my old business, the search works. It works for consumers, it works for advertisers, it works for everybody, it works for the publishers. And the reason why it works so well in the UK is you've got a very sophisticated market. The consumers that are on there, they're using, spending a lot of time, they're educated. Google have been fantastic in helping, and the government have been fantastic about getting the underclass onto the internet. Everybody in the UK is on the internet. And we're all on broadband. Broadband's becoming more cheap. And because of these device proliferation, the more devices you've got in your hand, the more searches you do. So the search volume's growing. It's completely, and for me it's a revelation working at Aegis, seeing some of the offline results that some of our clients are getting. You kind of see the effectiveness of search. People are putting money into search. So the growth is consistent and it's not slowing down anytime soon, which means there's a a huge need for good people, and it's a huge need to think forward, and it's a huge challenge to think about the needs of the future when you can see the investment is growing in there. That's one of the big trends. You've got to be prepared to manage for growth in the UK. And I think that's true in just about every search market in the world. Anyway, not all UK consumers are equal. On the left is the very fragrant royal couple, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. And it's a myth that we like to market to the world, that all Brits are eloquent, attractive, rich, successful, intelligent. Obviously, it's true in a lot of cases, but not in every case. And there is definitely, on the right-hand side, a big element of underclass in the UK. Not small children. There is a lot of people who are poor in the UK. There's a two-track economy in the UK, which I think is pretty similar to a lot of other markets. In the UK, we have rich and we have poor. We also have children too, and aren't they lovely? Okay, so what we're seeing at iProspect Global and in the UK is and this, I think for most people in the room, search ads are tailored to the individual very, very, very tightly these days. We're targeting consumers on devices to improve conversion rates. We're targeting consumers on location. We're targeting consumers based on their propensity to convert on the time of day. So we are, just about every good agency is targeting consumers around device, location, time. But what I've seen in the last few years in the UK is that the advertisers and clients are seeing that not all consumers are equal, and they are after that twin track world. So we're seeing lots of targeting of new customers. Clients seem to think that new customers are more valuable to them than returning customers. So every pitch I've been in the last few years has been, how do we target new customers? Because of the credit crunch, which happened in the UK too, obviously, we're also having a lot of people targeting of ads aimed at people that are going to pass credit checks. And I think every advertiser is still doing that thing called the lifetime value equation, trying to work out who's going to be the most profitable long-term customer. That is a trend that we're seeing all the time in the moment in the UK. You know, trying to how do we target on search engines to get the right type of customer. Okay, that's the other trend. The third trend is the three-device world. Now, it's been covered a lot this morning, but this scene, which hasn't been changed, that is the UK, I'm assured. Everybody's consuming media through many screens at the same time. If you look at my family, I've got my wife on one end of the sofa with her iPad. I've got the less good iPad at the other end of the sofa. All my children have got better iPads and better smartphones than me, and they're all consuming media messages at the same time that the television is on, and in the radio with my daughter. That obviously leads to some attribution challenges, and that's the other buzzword in the UK at the moment, is attribution. How do you understand the effectiveness of your marketing channels? This is some more research from the IAB. This kind of shows you in the UK how people are interacting with different devices. So interaction with the desktop in the day, mobile phone on the way to work, desktop in the day, tablet in the evening. People taking tablets to bed. This is just kind of interaction. This doesn't even measure conversion. And for me, the biggest nightmare we have with every client, and you know, you just work with thousands of clients around the world, every single client has got a different attribution model, because it's getting incredibly difficult to track that multi-device world and understand how that search journey goes from first impact through to conversion. And there's lots and lots of challenges around attribution at the moment. Every single client's struggling with them. The other thing that kind of strikes me a lot, you know, we talked about mobile sites earlier. If you look at the number of FTSE 100 companies in the UK that have got mobile sites, it's a tiny proportion really. And you know, the UK CMOs, the UK C-suite, are really being very slow to adopt mobile. Same as here. And they're also struggling to get good quality content that works across all the devices. That's a real challenge for us in the UK. Attribution. Kind of blue clouds, blue sky. I think there's a lot of work to do to kind of tie up the multi-device world, and that doesn't even start to think about the offline advertising that all of our good clients do. So attribution is something that is a challenge for clients. So it's a whistle-stop through the UK. Search market is growing very fast, as it is everywhere, and it isn't slowing, so everybody that's running a business has got to be prepared for growth. advertisers are very much willing to pay for the right type of consumer. But because of the proliferation of devices and consumers' privacy, the private search that happens, it's getting very hard for advertisers to track through that attribution curve. That's what's going on in the UK. I hope it was interesting and useful for you. And I'm happy to take questions on email, verbally, in the bar later. What is true of the Brits is we are very good at drinking. And I'm looking forward to showing Eric that tonight. Okay. Thank you.